Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Okay, so let's talk about Nigeria. I know it's extremely emotionally draining nowadays to talk about Nigeria. Things happen in such quick successions that even the fastest computer in the world will struggle to keep up. So much going on. But I need you to please pay attention to stuff I'm about to say to you right now. There are things you need to understand about this ongoing genocide against Christians in Nigeria and the now imminent intervention we are expecting from the United States of America. But before I say what I have to say to you, I want to give you a quick update of where we are as of today. What I'm about to read to you are things that have happened in Nigeria with respect to terrorism against Christians and some moderates within the last 2 weeks alone. Hear me again, within the last 2 weeks alone. We start with the Brigadier General in the Nigerian Army who was murdered in the most unceremonious way by terrorists. Sky was on a mission with his men. They laid ambush, took out 4 of his men. He escaped on foot and called for backup so they could take him home. We don't know what happened, whether someone tipped off the terrorists or whether they were able to intercept his calls, but rather than help coming from his base, it was the terrorists who showed up, picked him up, and executed him. And they celebrated his death and shared the video all over the place. A brigadier general in the Nigerian army, the same army that went to Sierra Leone, that went to Liberia and so many African countries to keep the peace, the same army. We've been told several times is one of the strongest in all of Africa. This is how far low that army has come today because of terrorism. And shortly after that happened in Borno. There's another one that happened in Zamfara State. It was 64 civilians, including women and children, abducted in a place called Safe, TSAF, a local government area of Zamfara State. And then there was the 25 female students and their principal who were abducted from a school in Maga, Kebbi State. We all saw this one in the media. The vice principal was killed in the process. But what I heard after was that the so-called 25 number was grossly understated. There were more that were taken from that school. And then there was the one that happened on the 18th of November, the day that Nicki Minaj was at the United Nations to speak out for the persecuted Christians of Nigeria and was attacked by some on the left. On that same day, 38 worshippers abducted from a place called Eruku in Kwara State while church service, the Christ Apostolic Church, while the service was going on. They were live streaming the service. And all of a sudden, gunshots rang out from all over the place. We all saw that heartbreaking imagery of people in panic, running around the whole place looking for where to hide. And who didn't see that old woman, that grandma who couldn't even run, looking for where to hide from terrorists while service was going on? We literally watched their attack on this church and worshippers live before the whole world. What we're hearing now is that it wasn't just 38 they abducted way more than 38, and that it wasn't just 3 people that were killed. They killed so much more. In fact, someone sent me a video that showed what really went down when the terrorists eventually went in and found all those worshippers. they massacred them. Many more than 3 were killed. And then there was also a policeman who was killed in an attack by Islamist terrorists again at a place called Gaydam in Yobe State, northern Nigeria. And there was also 8 members of the civilian task force killed and 3 abducted by Islamist terrorists in a place called Goza in Borno State, northern Nigeria. I heard the story of this one even though it didn't trend. I heard the man had died and they were going to pick up his body, and on their way back, the terrorists, Boko Haram, laid ambush and unalived all of them. All of this happening within 2 weeks, I told you. And then there was 15 people abducted, including 4 nursing mothers and babies, and 2 were killed in the process in a place called Sabon Birni, Sokoto State in northern Nigeria. 15 people abducted, including 4 nursing mothers. Sokoto State. Now, in the same Kwara State, where the church attack happened, the very next day after the church attack, there was another incident where 4 rice farmers were killed by the same Islamist terrorists in another part of Kwara called Edu in Kwara State. 4 rice farmers unalived. And then the big one, few hours after the public hearing at the U.S. Congress, public hearing on Nigeria's designation as a country of particular concern, few hours in the early hours between 2 and 3 a.m. on the 21st of November, we heard that a St. Mary's primary and secondary school had been attacked in a place called Agwara in Niger State. Initially, they said 52 were taken. Initially, it came to 200 and something, but today, the Christian Association of Nigeria from Niger State has now confirmed that 315 children, school children, with their teachers, some of them as young as 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, have been kidnapped. Out of the 315, only 12 are teachers. The rest, 300 plus, are children, school children, taken from Niger State, beating the record of Chibok girls, the one that sparked the global outrage, bring back our girls. There was about 276 or so. This is 300 plus children in a place that you call a country. Come on now, guys, let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Imagine the terror. Imagine the horror these kids are being subjected to right now. At the same time, just about an hour or so after this one, another school was attacked. Another Christian school was attacked in Nasarawa State. Yes, Nasarawa State. And today, the government of Nigeria has literally ordered the closure of about 47 federal unity colleges in Nigeria. And that's why I keep wondering, why would any parent even let their children go to school in any of these states where they know terrorists are hiding in the bush? Because nobody stops them. Nobody does anything to them. At best, after killing and maiming and abducting and doing all of this, the Nigerian government has a program they call Operation Safe Corridor, aka Repentant Terrorist Program, where they take them through some VIP process that they claim is rehabilitation, and after that, they integrate them into the society to go and live normal lives, to join politics, to become policemen, become soldiers, become anything. This is happening live in Nigeria. Happening in Nigeria. So why would you let your children go to school? Nothing is going to happen. Their spokesperson Gumi is there saying they should go and negotiate with them, defending them everywhere.